Have you ever wondered who ruled India when prophets Adam, Noah, or Moses were preaching the message of Allah? Today, by aligning historical timelines with the eras of the prophets, we will explore which civilizations, kingdoms, and rulers existed in India during those exact periods. So let us travel thousands of years back in time through the stream of history. We begin with the era of Adam to Noah. During this time, the earth was still new, and humanity was in its earliest stage of development. People had just begun learning basic survival, agriculture, and settlement. India at this time had no kings, no empires, and no organized political structure. Humans lived in small tribal groups, mostly in forests, caves, and valleys. Historians refer to this as the prehistoric or Neolithic age, an era defined by cave dwelling, stone tools, hunting, and a simple, primitive lifestyle. Civilization had yet to emerge. Next comes the era of Hud, Salih, and Abraham, approximately between 2500 and 1800 BCE. During this period, the Indian subcontinent witnessed the rise of one of the world's oldest urban civilizations, the Indus Valley Civilization, centered around Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. This civilization was remarkably advanced with planned cities, brick houses, drainage systems, and active trade networks. Unlike later periods, this civilization did not have one central king. Instead, each city operated like an independent city-state. While Prophet Abraham was spreading the message of Tawheed in the Middle East, the people of the Indus Valley practiced nature worship and early ritualistic traditions, but spiritually they followed completely different paths. Then comes the time of Moses and Aaron, around 1300 to 1200 BCE, when Moses confronted the Pharaoh and led Bani Israel to freedom. India entered the Vedic age. This period laid the foundation of early Hindu society. The Vedas were composed, fire rituals and polytheistic worship were practiced, and society became structured through the caste system: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Politically, India was divided into small states known as Janapadas, such as Kuru and Panchala. The Rigveda even mentions kings like Sudas and Trivikrama, who participated in warfare and large-scale rituals. While Moses introduced divine law and justice to his people, India was developing its own identity based on rituals and emerging philosophical thoughts. During the era of David and Suleiman, roughly 1000 to 900 BCE, the Middle East witnessed strong and prosperous kingdoms led by these noble prophets. At the same time, India experienced the legendary Ramayana period. Kings like Dasharatha and his son, Rama, ruled the kingdom of Ayodhya, shaping early Indian ideals of ethics, duty, and governance. This era marked the rise of larger political kingdoms, stronger social systems, and flourishing cultural traditions. Just as David and Suleiman established justice and prosperity through divine guidance, India developed its political and moral structure through epic narratives and ancient traditions. The next major phase is the era of Yunus, Ilyas, and other prophets between 800 and 500 BCE. India, during this time, witnessed the formation of the powerful 16 Mahajanapadas, including Magadha, Kosala, Kashi, Vatsa, and Avanti. Politically, this was one of the most dynamic periods in Indian history. Spiritually, Indian society began transitioning from ritualistic Vedic religion to deep philosophical thought expressed through the Upanishads. Important rulers such as Bimbisara expanded territories and strengthened administrative systems. India's political landscape became more organized and influential. When Jesus preached the message of Allah in Palestine, born around 563 BCE, Buddha introduced a new spiritual revolution based on peace and enlightenment. During this time, Magadha was ruled by kings like Bimbisara and Ajatashatru. Not long after, Chandragupta Maurya founded the Mauryan Empire, the first unified empire in the history of India. His grandson, the great Emperor Ashoka, embraced Buddhism and spread messages of peace, humanity, and moral governance across Asia. Just as Jesus taught compassion and love, Ashoka promoted harmony and nonviolence throughout his vast empire. Finally, we reach the era of Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, between 570 and 632 CE. While the Prophet Muhammad was spreading the light of Islam in Makkah and Medina, India was ruled by Emperor Harshavardhana from 606 to 647 CE. Harsha was known for his scholarship, justice, and religious tolerance. Under his rule, education, culture, Literature and Buddhist traditions flourished. Meanwhile, in South India, the Chola, Pallava, and Chalukya dynasties were powerful and expanding rapidly. Although Islam had not yet entered India politically, Arab traders had already begun spreading Islamic ideas along the Indian coastline. This would later open a new chapter in Indian history. In conclusion, while the prophets were guiding humanity with divine wisdom in the Middle East, India was simultaneously developing its own civilizations, philosophies, and political systems. Though separated by geography and belief, both regions contributed uniquely to the evolution of global human civilization.